Hi, I'm Danny with Mavromatis, and today I'll be reviewing the Linksys DMA 2100, which is a Windows Media Center extender for Vista Media Center PCs. This is a second generation device, and you can definitely tell. The first generation was slow, clunky, and it couldn't even stream high definition content. The DMA 2100 is similar to the Xbox 360 extender. However, you don't have to worry about it overheating or trying to hide its power supply or dealing with the sound. The DMA 2100 is small. It's about 1.5 inches tall by 7 inches deep, and it can fit behind the TV, or you can also put it inside of a wall. I'm thinking about taking one of mine and taking it out of its case and sticking it inside an old Philips 30-inch LCD that I have. I'll let you know how that turns out. I'm a firm believer of the Windows Media Center platform. I love the idea of having a PC in my AV rack so I can only have to manage one PC and then pull that content off that unit. It's great because my wife can record her shows, I can record my shows, and plugging a few Media Center extenders throughout the house allows us to watch our content anywhere in the house, and we don't have to worry about pulling content or watching it on a specific box. It's everywhere at any time. So let's begin here with the DMA 2100. If you look at the back of the unit, it has a plethora of connections. You'll find wireless antenna connectors, which are high-speed wireless N, a 12-volt DC input, a reset button, an HDMI port, component video, composite, and S-video connectors, analog audio out, digital audio out, high-speed Ethernet, and a service port. The front of the unit is very sleek and minimal, with only a blue glowing LED when the unit is running and a red LED when the unit is in standby mode. The DMA 2100 includes all the cables you'll need except for the HDMI and digital audio cable. Once you connect up all your cables and power the unit up, this is the screen you'll see for the first time. This is the quick setup welcome screen. You hit next, then you select your preferred language, in this case English. Then you select your cable type you have connected to your TV. I have composite video because I'm recording this on a video camera. However, you can select S-video, component SD, and component HD, and then you hit next. Then you select your aspect ratio. I'm selecting 16:9. Then the digital audio output mode, in this case stereo. Then what kind of network you have. I'm selecting wired. Then hit next for the automatic network setup, which is recommended. And you're not done yet. The next step here is you're going to have to enter in your extender key, which you're going to have to go down to your Windows Media Center PC and add an extender and type in that key that's displayed. Once you enter that key, in my case I had a Windows Media Center update required, and I had to go to microsoft.com/extender/update to download a patch. Once I did that, it allowed me to communicate with my Windows Media Center PC. You may or may not have to install that patch. It all depends on your configuration. Once you install it, the Media Center will connect, and that takes about a few seconds. In my case, it took up to about 30 seconds for it to connect the first time. Once you're connected, you'll be in the startup screen where you've got your recorded TV, your live TV, and you can slide back and forth. This is an actual recording of the performance of the Media Center extender. And it's actually pretty peppy, just like it would be if it was on a native Media Center PC. Now, if we go to recorded TV, the episodes list just like they would if you're on a native box. In this case, let's play Letterman. This is going to be a high-definition content streamed over standard definition. Skipping forward and back works, pause works, everything works like it would be natively, and it's pretty responsive. All the overlays work as well, so you can go over to Live TV Guide, Movie Guide, Internet TV.
Are you folks worried about the economy?
There's a slight hesitation every now and then. In this case, we can look at top picks, we can go over to movies, let's go to TV, series, and then channel, and then we can look at all the lost content that's listed there under ABC. I'm not going to play anything right now. Let's go back home to Live TV. And here you can see us streaming live television.
This is a companion bill to one in the House where lawmakers...
Changing channels is a bit slow, just like it is normally.
You really went back in?
great.
And you can also go to guide too, which is
The
nice.
rest of my life.
Let's go to How It's Made. That's a great show on Discovery Channel.
Oh, wonderful.
Learning begins. The image appears in
Another useful feature of Media Center Extender is that you can schedule recordings as well. So let's say we want to record How It Works. You just push the record button and that's it. Media Center is also very powerful in terms of music and picture management. So here I've got a bunch of music. Let's go to Louis Armstrong, all-time greatest hits. I've got one song there. You can actually play this song. And we can also now go to pictures, and as that music is playing, we could be displaying the slideshow of my honeymoon. And there we have it. This is in lovely Buzios, Brazil. And there's my wife. So the Linksys DMA 2100 is everything I expected it to be. There are a few shortcomings with it as well, one of which is the remote control. This thing is complete garbage. The transport buttons are down on the bottom here, the green button's right in the middle, and then all your direct dial number buttons are on top. So you're always finding yourself having to reach for things, so it's not ergonomic, and it has a hard time learning different IR codes. It will not learn a Sharp TV, which is a TV that I have behind me, but it will do other TVs. So you might be in luck, you might not be in luck, but either way, this remote sucks. So stay away from it and definitely get yourself a Harmony remote. The other thing about it too is that the unit powers itself down after about 2 hours, and it takes about 26 seconds to boot itself up from an off state or a standby state. I timed an Xbox 360, and an Xbox 360 is about 30 seconds. So it is better than an Xbox 360. However, I would have expected a unit that just does extending to be a lot faster in terms of boot up. I would like it to be in the 5 to 10 second range, ideally. Beyond that, the price, I know that's been an issue for some. $249 is a bit steep. However, if you compare it to an Xbox 360 arcade, but you have to keep in mind that the unit itself is very small, doesn't make any noise, and it can be placed in a bedroom, in a bathroom, in a kitchen without any problems because it's so small. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them to me. That's it for now. I'm Danny Mavromatis for Mavromatic.com. Until next time, I'll see you later.